This session is going to be an active workshop. One of the things that has happened, it worked really well in past DeSci sessions, is to take a little bit of time to both network with folks who are here at the conference and also do a little bit of hands-on constructive work around actually identifying data sets that are interesting as researchers and decentralized scientists, and then also testing some of these workloads through Project Bacalhau. And I'll let Nicholas, I'll let you join me up here when you're ready.
So when Wes and I sat down and we said, okay, what are we gonna do? How can we get people who are new to this space, either are scientists and interested in DeSci, or more likely have been in the IPFS sphere for some time, want to better understand about what it is that we're so excited? How we can create something that is technical but also gives an introduction. And our answer was, well, let's give everybody a chance to do some science. And we came up with 4 different sets of activities where if you're completely new to IPFS, we have some data that you can push to IPFS, and you can set up an account with tools like Web3.storage or SGRE if you want to get a bit more experimental, and pin stuff to IPFS, research data that you know or you care about. We'd love to help you with that. And there are some screenshots in the slides that tell you how to get all of that set up.
Thank you.
And then you can go one up, and you can actually run some compute over data, and you can use Bacalhau. We have 3 tutorials that we set up with varying degrees of maturity and battle testedness. So you can start out with something like RNA sequencing using Salmon, which is an RNA-seq tool. You can do small molecule docking, and you can do image analysis or image preparation normalization for histology images. And then, last but not least, you can obviously take the Docker container of your choice and take Bacalhau for a spin. And yeah, this is basically a bit of an introductory document that summarizes what we have in mind. And when you go to the bottom of the page, you can also see a link to the slide deck and some additional resources, links to memos, how to run certain Bacalhau containers, and also additional resources that we have. Exactly. So there are some links about how to install Bacalhau, and then if you click on the IPFS Camp link, and I think the sort of magic moment of pushing stuff to IPFS, research grade data, you can go through that manually here from your command line, then install Bacalhau. I'm going to be here and help with any troubleshooting that might be required. And then we have these 3 applications that we wrapped, and for each of these, we have a tutorial that you can check out using the bit.ly link here. So this is a mirror post that came out this week that sort of gives you or your colleagues, when you're traveling back home to a research organization that you know, you can share that with them and okay, why should I care about distributed compute? It really starts with the installation and then takes you through the first couple steps of an RNA-seq analysis. We have the same thing for docking with Equibind, something that we do within LabDAO that maybe you find cool or helpful. I'd love to hear some feedback actually there from you. Is that we like to, within the community, collect our tooling. So here you can see basically a knowledge graph that we have that we serve for the whole community, where people, if we onboard a new application, you can actually see the application. You get an information. Okay, this is the input data that it needs. This is what it puts out. This is where I can learn more about it. There's a talk by the author, the PDF, GitHub, and so on. And so also feel free to give us some feedback on that. And then last but not least, we have one more, the histology normalization one. That one actually hasn't been fully tested yet, so if you find a bug, let us know. Yeah, and those are the 3 applications. This is a quick overview slide. And yeah, this is sort of what we pulled together. And again, most of you probably have your own ideas of what you would run or what you would like to play with in terms of containers and data, and we'd love to help you with that as well.
So we'll just take 20 or 30 minutes. Everybody can kind of group together if there are certain areas you're interested. Please add that to the doc or just sort of raise your hand and we'll find some affiliates that might be interested in similar areas. And then we'll come back together in about 20 or 30 minutes and we'll give everybody a chance to present a little bit, just their experience around the data they uploaded. And that'll wrap us up for the day. All right. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. All right. We'll be around asking any questions that you have maybe about the tool. And yeah, looking forward to.
All right. Thank you, everybody that's hung around to the finale here. I know there's a couple folks that were actively getting in the tech and we're uploading data and deploying Docker images. Super cool, super pumped to see y'all doing that. I just want to, before we wrap, if anybody wants to raise their hand, if they were actively working on IPFS or uploading any data, and we would love to have you guys come up if you wouldn't mind and just share us what you were trying to upload, how it went, strength, things you liked, things that were challenging. If you guys want to just come up, we'll give you guys an opportunity to share with the crowd how it went, or if you don't want to, that's okay too.
Hi guys. No, definitely we just try out to make the exercise. We got some difficulties to fetch the Docker image. It's quite heavy. And no, we're just still running out the exercise. That's why I was a bit hesitating to just come here. But definitely we are going to make the exercise. In our company, we are working on IPFS to make a pinning service and maybe something more later. And but by myself, I'm very interested in distributed cloud computing, and Bacalhau is quite yes, something to dig on. So we will try to try out your technology.
Yeah, if there's any feedback on the user experience, we'd obviously love to learn about it. You can probably find us on Twitter and just drop in the DMs anything that you're finding. Thank you everyone for coming. And yeah, we'll see you at the next event, I'm sure.